Okay, so at that time, in the mid to late 60s, there's a lot of social upheaval. So Martin Luther King was one of the main civil rights leaders at that time. Drew a lot of positive and negative attention. 1968, do you remember where you were when the news came across that he was assassinated in Memphis?
In 68. What month was it?
I can't remember. I was only 8.
See, I was working by then, so if I went from school and then I went to work. So, it could have been at any time during the day or night, and I know that when I heard of it, I was appalled, and then I felt really sad. Then I thought, this just isn't right. They're killing all the good guys.
Yeah. Vietnam is now ramping up. The Tet Offensive had happened.
That's the one that Steve Watson was in. The Tet Offensive.
Yeah.
That was a nightmare.
Well, let's get back to that for a minute, because Walter Cronkite, who became known as America's most trusted person.
Yeah.
Cronkite goes to Vietnam after Tet.
Yep.
And do you remember that broadcast when he came back?
I do not. I do not. There was so much Vietnam going on because it was such a horror. It was a tragedy, and people were picking sides. And we kids, we were the ones that were being affected, and not to mention the parents and the families. But we kids, they were taking our friends and sending them over to this godforsaken place.
Yeah.
And we didn't understand the reason. What was it for? And it was a new kind of war. This was guerrilla warfare, and finding out that people were hiding in, the enemy was hiding in tunnels and jumping up out at our soldiers and mowing them down. I mean, it was horrific, absolutely horrific. And our kids, our boyfriends, were being sent over there. I mean, in 1971, my boyfriend, and there was still a draft, but he enlisted so that he could get in and get out sooner. If you enlisted, your stay was shorter. But the caveat to that was you had to go to Vietnam. And then, he did. He came home, and he was not right for years after that.
Well, Walter Cronkite goes to Vietnam, comes back, he does his regular newscast, but then he says, now I'm stepping out of my role as a reporter of record and facts, and this is my opinion.
Yeah.
Now today all we have are opinions, even on the national news.
Yeah.
And he basically said that Vietnam was a lost cause for us.
Yeah.
We did the honorable thing, we tried, but we need to pull out.
Yeah, because we didn't know how to fight that war.
Yeah. Anyways, Johnson, one of the ramifications of that was Johnson said, if I've lost Walter Cronkite, I've lost Middle America, so he doesn't run for president in 68, which he could have. What was it like in anywhere USA for the adults and the young people at that time?
Oh God, we were at each other's throats.
After that Cronkite announcement, because you got to remember there were only 3 major networks:
BBC, CBS, and NBC.
Yeah.
Well, you did have PBS.
Yeah,
you did have PBS, but this was not a PBS type of situation.
Not yet.
There was nothing
historical
measured about.
Anyways,
Vietnam.
did you notice a change in the attitudes of people?
Yeah, because those of us who were kids, we were kids, but old enough to go to war and get killed for it. Mothers were losing their sons. So that was the attitude of kids my age and older, teenagers.